But we are back here live with you. We do have a tornado warning out right now. Just getting these it's all set up here. Put out. But I got a moment to go in there and take my my allergy medicine. We're back live here. We do have a tornado warning issued. I see that it is working on TikTok now as well. Good evening to all of you. We tried streaming here earlier. For some reason, it did not want to work. We are live here. So we do have, let me go ahead and pull this up to our radar screen here. Okay, and you should be able to see it on TikTok and everything now as well. All right. So it looks like the center portion of the line is starting to really fire back up once again here. So I know a lot of you in Meade County are going to be hearing those tornado warnings right now, but I do want to make sure that you're aware it's mainly going to be for into the Indiana side. So again, that tornado warning that you're hearing in Meade County is likely going to be more into the Indiana side, as you can see by the red polygon there on your screen. So just a heads up, once again, that's how that's going to look there. Let me go ahead and zoom out here a little bit as well. If you're in the Louisville area, it looks like you got 3 separate severe thunderstorm warnings about to cross over into the Jefferson County area there. Kelly, if you're in here, if they could get that camera pointed to the west, that would be quite helpful. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Brandenburg. That middle portion of the line looks to be waking back up a little bit once again. It must have run into a pocket of some better fuel right there. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see it on the StormNet AI as well. Looks like it's picking up on a better pocket of fuel there. And there is a slight tornado risk with this entire line right now as well. So, good thing we went back live here. I did need the few minutes to get some. I got some cream on my nose, trying to stop some of the inching there. Tornado warning has been updated to radar indicated now. I'm not really sure why it's flashing for. So again, it's been indicated, or it's been updated to cut off the Meade County. So Meade County, you do not have a tornado warning. The tornado warning is for the Indiana side of the border there. Again, there was a lot of questions right now, but folks, please hold your horses here. We got to go through what we're having on the radar at the moment here. Also trying to pull up this right quick as well. Just 1 second. I'm just pulling up our TikTok chat so we can actually see what everyone is saying there. All right. Here we go. Okay. So again, we do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the state, a third one going to enter very soon. Tornado warning just across the border into Indiana there, as you can see as well in the red and orange. And again, throughout the rest of Kentucky, I'm going to actually go on to the velocity here, take a look at this tornado warning. And you can kind of see why it happened there. You have a little bit of the bulge out here, a little bit of those inbound versus outbound winds together occurring into southern Indiana there. Again, if this holds together, this will be in Jefferson County, southern portions of Jefferson County here within the next 25 to 40 minutes or so. So again, you folks in Jefferson County into Louisville, heads up, keep an eye on the radar here with us. We do have that tornado warning that's heading into your area in about 25 to 40 minutes or so. At least we got a little bit of a break, guys. At least we got a little bit of a break. Again, those Brandenburg sirens should be allowed to turn off if those EMA folks are looking out there. Again, there's no tornado warning in Meade County right now. You can see it's just across the border there. Just want to measure some of these wind gusts real quickly. Looks like we have some solid 55 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts all along the front side of those lines there. So they've upgraded that severe thunderstorm warning now, probably, with a tornado possible tag on it. Taking a look back at the radar real quickly again. Second. All right. And then kind of situated back here. Once again, thank you guys for all the shares, the likes on the broadcast. Thank you for spreading out our information here. That middle portion of the line seems to be ticking back up once again. Again, we do have 3 severe warnings just outside of Kentucky, but those are going to cross into northern Hardin County, southern Jefferson County, central Jefferson County, and then up here toward LaGrange and Crestwood into north central Kentucky. Elsewhere in the state, there are no active warnings, as you can see here when we zoom out. Again, no active warnings here across anywhere else in the state. Of course, that can pulse back up. We did talk a little bit on the last broadcast. If you guys didn't see our last broadcast, we did talk a little bit about how this line would pulse up and down here. So again, this is not anything super surprising, but this shouldn't be anything super long lasting here. It'll probably pulse back down here very soon. Take a look back in on those velocity scans here. Just kind of measure what we have going on with the winds. So we have 57, 58 plus 7 there. So you probably have a 65-mile-per-hour wind gust occurring just across the border there from Meade County. In Meade County, the northern portion toward Brandenburg specifically, likely 55 to 60-mile-per-hour winds occurring there. Looks like it just updated actually. Let's measure that real quickly. Looks like 68. Yep, there it is. I was about to say that bulge out's going to do it there. This bulge right here toward Mockport, Indiana, is now triggering a second tornado warning, as you can see here, side by side for Brandenburg, Kentucky. So if you're in Brandenburg, make sure you're staying indoors in the most interior portion of your building. Again, tornado warning is active there. And you can see that little bulge out that's occurring. So if I zoom in, see how you have that nice curvature there with this wind gust, this wind front here. That does indicate some sort of rotation is likely occurring in that spot. Don't see any correlation drops at this point. You can also see it if we just look at the regular rain radar here. I'll circle it for you here with our drawing tool from WeatherWise. This little bulge out right here, and of course, this little bulge out up here are the reasons for these tornado warnings that are side by side here. So this is a matter of what, 15 to 20 miles, if that. So again, we do have those back to back or side by side, really, tornado warnings happening in the north central portion of Kentucky. And again, if these continue on, we're looking at northern Meade County, northern Hardin County, Bullitt County, Jefferson County, this northern heart of Kentucky here, if you will, as the spots for those tornado warnings to continue on if they do there. I'll pull back up our velocity here. I just want to measure this wind gust that may be occurring. Looking like 64, 66, 63, 58, 59. No correlation drops. That's a good thing so far. In your 2 red boxes there are your 2 tornado warnings. This one's going to look a little bit orange on the northern side because it's mixed with the severe thunderstorm warning box. Just north of that, by the way, up into Metro Louisville, you have a severe thunderstorm warning up there for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also a tornado possible tag on that storm as well. Let's take a look there. Maybe. Let's take a look at the rain here. No, it doesn't really match up. No. So again, north, like downtown Louisville, going into the eastern side of Louisville there, that portion of the line will be toward you. So pretty much all portions of Jefferson County are about to get right in the direction of these severe thunderstorm warnings and these tornado warnings here. So once again, if you were in Louisville, Jefferson County, major heads up, you have 1, 2 tornado warnings coming at you, and 1, 2, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings projected to go over your county as well. So quite the unfortunate, exciting time coming up here. You probably have about 15 to 20 minutes until it starts to get closer to the county lines there. And again, it seems to be that middle portion of the line that's waking up again for northern Hardin County, northern Meade County, Bullitt County, Jefferson County. Again, we talked about it on the last broadcast. This line is going to continue to pulse up and down. It's not going to stay severe the entire time, but it's going to continue to pulse up and down. We had about 15 to 25 minutes there of a calmer period. So we ended the broadcast, went inside, got some water, refreshed. And of course, as soon as I started to kind of work on my nose has been itching all night. And of course, as soon as I started to work on that, tornado warnings got issued. So we're immediately back live here with you on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So thank you guys for all the shares on the broadcast. I appreciate you helping us get other folks informed and safe out there. Again, we do have 2 tornado warnings active, mainly for Brandenburg to West Point, Kentucky there. Kind of surprised I'm not hearing any sirens going off here. I should be hearing sirens going off here at my house, but I don't hear them. So that's not good. Siren system should be working. Again, we do have that tornado warning for northern Hardin County, northern Meade County, going into Indiana. Let's go ahead and take a look back in at our velocities here. see if we spot anything still ongoing. Doesn't really look like it's kind of bowling anymore, which is good news. But we'll keep it. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. Remember, by the way, as well tonight, if you do see and it's going to be very again like a 1% chance, guys. If you do see a tornado tonight, it would be very quick, very brief. The spin up kind of variety there. Someone is sending me SpongeBob stickers on TikTok. Thank you very much for that. I have no idea what that is, but thank you very much. No warnings on our phones either. You know what? You're correct about that. The WeatherWise guys are texting me real quickly. I just want to make sure I respond to them real quickly. I'm looking at all the warnings, see if we have any reports coming out as well. We do have a has cam out of Louisville here, which may be able to see if they can maybe get it turned a little bit more to the west. I don't know if Kelly's in here, can get them to turn it. There goes the sirens. Thank you, Joey. Okay. Now, again, I want to point out real quickly for those of you that may be hearing the sirens in Hardin County, this is not for really the majority of Hardin County. It's just for West Point and the northern tip of the county here. This has cam out of Louisville Metro Emergency Services should be able to see that tornado warned storm if they can get it turned a little bit more toward the west. May be able to see it out there. Again, if you are hearing the cowbells go off in Hardin County, I want to remind you guys, if you look at the radar here, the tornado warning is just for West Point. You have to remember that the sirens will go off for the entire county, if even one portion of the county is included in that. So again, just remember, it will go off for the entire county. I just want to point out once again, it's just for West Point and the northern tip of the county there. Take a look back at this camera out of Louisville here. I'll keep this up and to the side. Thank you, Kelly. Louisville Metro Emergency Services owns this camera here. They give us access to it, so thank you to them. Man, this is a great camera spot if there wasn't a million lights in the way. Good evening, Bo. Good morning to you, my friend. You do have two active tornado warnings, one for Brandenburg, Kentucky, heading toward West Point. And again, for Elizabeth, Indiana, going to head toward the Louisville area. So again, if you are in Louisville, Bullitt County, Northern Hardin County, make sure that you're in your safe spots. Again, kind of get them prepared as well. You have a little bit of time. But again, those warnings are barreling down on the north central Kentucky portion of the area. We do see a spike in the wind gust right here. Let's go ahead and measure that. 55 plus 15, probably 60, 70 mile per hour winds that may be occurring within this warning box. You may see that warning box get upgraded to 70 mile per hour in that warning area. Again, just north of the Ohio River. So again, Bullitt County, Jefferson County, early heads up to you folks. Get your safe spots ready. Get your weather radios ready. You may have a tornado warning storm barreling down in your area here very soon. Again, for those of you that are in Hardin County hearing all those sirens going off, and in southern Meade County hearing those sirens going off, want to point out to you, the tornado warning is just for the red polygon areas. But if any portion of a county is included in that warning box, the entire county will go off on the sirens. I know. It sounds ridiculous. It's 2025. You think we'd have a better system by now, but that's just how it goes. So again, for those of you, 95% of Hardin County, that warning's not for you. Those sirens are not for you. So just keep that in mind. Over 70% of Meade County that's hearing those sirens right now, those sirens are not for you. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's only for the red polygon area. So for those of you that are hearing it go off and you're like, what the heck just happened? It's the middle of December here or the end of December here. Those sirens are not for you. We do have a big severe thunderstorm warning box now coming out for Louisville, Jeffersontown, Chauvelin, Minor Lane Heights, Shepherdsville, West Point, Fort Knox, Brandenburg, Elizabeth, Indiana. Again, this is going to be for 60 mile per hour winds here. No hail involved with this really. Tornado possible tag included on that warning box there as well. Again, you can kind of see why. And there was a lot of shapes and arrows going on here, but I want you to kind of focus your attention to this little notch that's happening right here just north of Brandenburg, Kentucky. Again, that little notch there is the reason for the tornado warning that's come out. Probably we'll see the northern tornado warning box get canceled or allowed to expire. Don't really see that happening there anymore. I want to keep an eye down here toward Irvington. I'm starting to see a little bit of a notch out there toward Irvington as well. If that continues on, that would track just north of Radcliffe toward Fort Knox, Kentucky, in the northern portions of Hardin County. So we'll keep an eye on that one here with you as well. Let me check in real quickly just on the southwestern side of the state here. Let's take a look and make sure nothing crazy is happening down here for our friends down there toward Hopkinsville, so on and so forth. Looks like straight line winds to me. That's going more of concave, so I'm not really as concerned about that. Straight line winds for Central City and Greenville, Hopkinsville, Crofton, Beaver Dam, Fordsville, Hardinsburg. Straight line winds happening along there. Now, those straight line winds are going to be 45 to 55 mile per hour unless they go severe. So keep in mind that that will still cause minor damages. Again, 45 to 55 mile per hour is still nothing to joke about. You just ask me, my back windshield got destroyed from the December 18th to 19th event because we have 45 mile per hour wind come through and knocked a limb down right onto the car. So again, even something like 45 mile per hour winds can absolutely be damaging. Once again, I want to remind all those folks coming in here. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in and trusting us this evening. If you are hearing those sirens in Hardin County, I want to point out to you the red polygon is that tornado warning. So that's where West Point, which is in Hardin County, so it's going to set off the entire county siren system. But as you can see with your own eyes there, 95% of the county is not included in that warning. So you're good to go. Those sirens are not for you. They're just for West Point. Same thing for Meade County. The sirens are just for Brandenburg. They're not for Ekron. They're not for Irvington. They're not for anything like that. Okay? So just keep that in mind. I know. We're in 2025. You would think we'd have a better siren system than what we do, but that's just what we have right now. Surely someone at some point will come up with a more coordinated siren system than just a countywide thing. Wow, those winds are rocking out there. Let's hope we don't lose power. I have the computer on the backup, but I don't have the internet on the backup. So if we lose power, the stream's going to go down, but I'll quickly get it back up. Those winds are ripping outside. And I'm in Radcliffe. So again, for example, I'm in Radcliffe. I'm hearing and I'm seeing the winds before the storm line even gets to me. So again, you're going to hear the winds before that storm line gets to your area. The good news about tonight, it's only one round. It's a very thin line of storms here. So once that comes through and that you got about 15 to 20 minutes, you're good to go. So that's the good news about tonight. See some people saying like what's the deal with that, guys? That's how the siren system's been for decades and decades and decades. That's quite literally nothing new. I could look back into the camera out of Louisville from the Louisville Metro Emergency Services there. Fortunately, it's getting some rain on it now, so we can't see it as clearly here. I was hoping we'd be able to see the cloud deck a little bit. Yes, Radcliffe is good. Not all clear, but you're not included in that tornado warning. Again, that tornado warning is just for the red area right now, which is just for West Point, which again is the reason why the sirens are going off in the entire county. That's very true, Chris. That's very true. I should invest in a wiper. I talked about putting wiper blades on these cameras, but everyone called me crazy. Everyone called me crazy. They thought I was playing around. I'm not playing around. There should be wiper blades on these cameras. Someone's got to figure that out. Looking like a lot of straight line winds out there of 45 to 55 mile per hour at this current time with the line. Imagine they're going to allow these to expire. I don't see these rotating at this point anymore. So if you're in Louisville, you can calm back down a little bit. I don't see these rotating anymore at this point. Again, that can tick back up. We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you guys again for all the shares and all the likes on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys helping us share our information out and keeping everybody else safe. Thank you for doing your part. I appreciate you guys. We have over 4,500 viewers across each platform here combined. So I'm sorry if I'm not answering to all of your questions. Again, I can only see about 4 or 5 comments at a time. So I do apologize. Don't think I'm ignoring you. There's just a lot of people in here right now. Man, that Louisville camera's gonna have a great angle on that storm area out of Shively. The problem is it has so much rain on the camera. So much rain on it, and there's so many lights in Louisville because Louisville's obviously just massive. Really wish we could see that, but unfortunately, a lot of our storms, 90% of our storms and severe weather comes at night in Kentucky. I swear to you, it does. Again, in yellow, by the way, for those of you that may be asking, in yellow is the severe thunderstorm warning. In red is the 2 tornado warnings. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning up here for Clarksville, Indiana, as well. It's going to cross over the border and toward Crestwood, Kentucky. Right now, throughout the rest of the state, as you can see here, there are no other severe warning zones. I wonder if they have issued a discussion for this yet, if they're going to issue anything else. So it does not appear at this time that there's going to be another watch issued unless they do something just out of nowhere, which is possible. I've definitely seen it before. Yeah, no, I don't see anything popping up in the background there. That's what reminds me, I need to get my internet on the backup system as well. Another backup for that. You're down here toward Hopkinsville, Pembroke. Looks like some 55-mile-per-hour winds ongoing there. Mumfordville, and we're not Mumfordville. Can't think right now. Greenville, Central City, just to the east there. Looks like some 50-mile-per-hour winds occurring there. For our friends in Grace County, looks like 45 to 50 mile per hour winds there. Eastern Breckenridge and Meade counties, 45 to 60 mile per hour winds occurring there. Again, up here toward Jefferson County, where we have all of these colors going on here. Matter of fact, real quickly, I'm going to turn off the fills here. Let's turn off the fills real quickly. That's going to make it a lot easier to see these velocity charts. Severe thunderstorm warning now issued for almost all of Hardin County, by the way. Severe thunderstorm warning now issued for almost all of Hardin County. I'm going to be 60. I'm going to put my phone on charge real quickly. I live in Hardin County, and 9 times out of 10, we lose power here, which is very unfortunate. By the way, if we do lose power, just stand by. I should have it all back on in about 5 to 7 minutes, okay? Because I have all of this on a backup power and a generator ready to go, but I don't have the internet on the backup power just yet. Because again, we had this building just built, and I haven't configured it all just yet. Okay. So if you just give me 5 to 7 minutes, we'll be back live here with you. Okay, Wesley, make sure you manage your or message your EM folks about that. Okay, so reading this bulletin here for the severe thunderstorm warning in Hardin County. This is going to be for Meade, Bullitt, Breckenridge, and Hardin counties in central Kentucky. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There is also a tornado possible tag on this warning as well. Again, this is going to be for E-Town, Radcliffe, Vine Grove, Rineyville, Cecilia, Gaffey Heights as the bigger areas, I should say. 115,000 folks affected by it. We do also have that big warning for Jefferson County. So from Jefferson to Bullitt to Harding to Meade and Breckenridge counties, all under that severe thunderstorm warning right now. And again, if you have questions about what's to expect, when to expect things, impacts expected, guys, we have forecast information already posted on our Facebook and Twitter. Go read all of those. Right now, we're focused on the areas that are under an immediate impact. We will give you that same focus when it occurs over your area as well. So just wanted to point that out there. I'm not ignoring anybody. Right now, we're focused on the areas that are under an imminent threat. Yep, looks like 60-mile-per-hour wind. So again, heads up to E-Town, Rineyville, Cecilia, Radcliffe. Solid 55 to 60-ish mile-per-hour winds coming through that area here soon. And again, let's go ahead and check back up here toward the Louisville areas as well. Don't see any real tornado signatures, but I do see, again, straight line winds possible in those areas. Check back in on the camera here out of Louisville Metro Emergency Services here. You can see it's really pouring down there, so it's quite impossible to see anything. Now, for you folks on Facebook and YouTube, unfortunately, I can't do this on TikTok, but on Facebook and YouTube, we do have the E-Town camera here that we can see some things on. Let's go ahead and window capture our radar back in here. So we'll keep coming back to this E-Town camera, courtesy of the city of Elizabethtown for giving us access to that. Again, we'll keep coming back to that. It looks like there's definitely some inflow happening on those clouds. I can kind of already see that happening there. So we'll keep an eye on that camera here periodically as well. I don't know why I clicked on that. I know I can't see anything there. Really nice winds entering the western portions of Hardin County out there toward Hope Valley, Hardin Springs, Constantine. Get some really nice 55, maybe even up to 65 mile per hour wind gust occurring there. Both of those tornado warnings have been allowed to expire, by the way, so there are no active tornado warnings in the state right now. Again, both of those have been allowed to expire. I'm still continuing to keep an eye on this, though, because again, we can have those pulses up and down. We can have those Boeing segments to occur. So those tornado warnings can come out without really any real heads up. So again, we're keeping an eye on that there. I want to check back in on the southwestern corner of this line down here toward the southwestern corner of the state. Just take a peek back into the velocities there. Again, this is all very straight, very nice and clean there. So it's very easy to tell this is straight line winds for places like Greenville to Rochester, Dunmore, Fairview, Pembroke, Morgantown, Litchfield. Again, very obvious straight line wind gust happening there. We'll turn the tilt up on this a little bit. Let's get to 0.9. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we definitely have some nice wind gusts coming in here. 57, 59, 62. Very nice wind gusts coming into the western portions of Hardin County. I'm going to keep it right here for a second. I don't see anything spinning right now. No. Is the sound off? Can everybody hear me okay? Can everyone hear me okay? Someone just asked if the sound was off. Okay, good. Everyone hears. Okay, good. Wow, that's a lot of comments that just came through. Thank you guys for all confirming. Jiminy Cricket. Okay, let me get to a few TikTok questions now. Thank you all the gifters on TikTok. I have no idea how all that works, so just thank you. Okay, cool. Someone said they couldn't hear, so I just wanted to make sure. So it must have just been on their end because there's thousands of people telling me they can hear. Again, for those of you that may be new on TikTok, we only cover Kentucky, by the way. Hence the name Weather Now Kentucky. Just take a look around the wind gust here. Got some nice 55 to 60 mile per hour winds entering western Hardin County right now, and eastern Meade County, eastern Breckinridge counties as well, western Bullitt, central Jefferson County. Up here in northern Kentucky, let's go take a look up here, make sure nothing's crazy. I don't expect there to be, but just making sure. Just doing our due diligence, if you will. Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot happening there. If you're in northern Kentucky, it looks like straight line winds and some rain there as well. So it really looks like the only portion of this line right now, to me, that looks really severe is this middle portion of the line as it's crossing into Kentucky there. They just kind of trimmed off the backside of that warning. I love that the NWS Louisville has gotten so much better about doing that. Every NWS office in the last few years has gotten so much better about trimming off the backside of these warnings and not leaving people in it. That's just unnecessary, which I just absolutely love. It clears up a lot of confusion and a lot of communication. Again, these are moving, by the way, these are moving at about a speed of about 50 mile per hour to the east. They're moving about 50 mile per hour to the east. So again, about almost as fast as you would travel on like Dixie Highway. Again, if you're in that yellow box there, like most of Hardin County, Bullitt County, Jefferson County, Meade, and Breckinridge counties are, 60 mile per hour wind gusts are the main threat there, but these both have tornado possible tags on them as well. So a quick spin up cannot be ruled out. In fact, I'm trying to take a look at that. Lisa, thank you for the $20 donation on Venmo. I appreciate that. That's unnecessary, but I appreciate you guys so much for donating. Okay. Making sure I'll cut up there. Thank you guys again. I'm sorry if I missed any donations. Thank you guys again for all the gifts and everything. I don't know how the TikTok gifts work. Wait, I just got banned on TikTok for what? For what? Repeated violations of our community guidelines. I haven't even what? This is why I didn't want to mess with TikTok. By the way, this is why I did not want to mess with TikTok because it's like it. People just report you. They report spam you and stuff. That's why I did not want to go live on TikTok like ever because that's just yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why the TikTok stream. I got suspended on. I don't even know how it's possible. I haven't even said a cuss word. That's crazy to me. I mean, I'll try it again, but if I get suspended again, I'm just not messing with it. That's why I didn't want to do it. I only did it because like a lot of people kept asking us to do it. I haven't even breathed wrong. I don't think. Okay, it looks like I'm back on TikTok now. We'll see how long that lasts. I guess. I don't. That's why I didn't want to mess with the guys because it's just like no matter what I do, I don't even know. Hang on. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Thank you, Lexi. I'll try to keep that in mind. That's crazy. Okay, we are back on the TikTok now. Okay. Why is that on that? What is happening to my computer right now? Hello? Are we good? God. I don't know why we got suspended there from that broadcast, but we're back on there for now. Okay, now back to what I'm trying to do here, which is the weather reporting. That was so strange. Okay. Again, we do have 2 warnings right now active for Hardin County, Jefferson County, Bullitt County, Meade, and Breckinridge counties, all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible with this line of storms as it comes through there. In a very thin line of storms, so nothing really too crazy to worry about. Uh, but again, very thin line of storms running through there. So it'll only be about 15 to 20 minutes long for your peak activity, I should say. Thank you guys again for all the shares and likes and comments. Thank you guys again for all of your questions, all the new followers, subscribers. You guys know how this social media stuff goes. Thank you guys very much for all that. I appreciate your support. Refresh this. Wow, that wind is insane. Out. Oops, something just hit the roof. Scared me. We're about to find out if this building can hold up tonight. We're about to find out how well this building's going to hold up. Yes, the wind is going to be loud. Grayson County, you do have that strong thunderstorm rolling through there, but not severe right now. There is no current tornado on the ground, Jessica. Kayla. I can't repeat that comment, but that's funny. What's the red? The red is heavier rains. I aspire to have your composure during bad weather. Giovanni, that's really just because I know what's happening. You know, my best advice to anybody that has like PTSD or storm anxiety or anything like that, again, just get educated about what's happening in the weather world. Parse on this line to be there in about an hour or so. I didn't want to do this. Here is the forecast that we made earlier today. You can find this on our Facebook or Twitter if you scroll through our pages. So far, it's been pretty spot on here of what to expect, when to expect things. But again, you can go find that information out on our Facebook and Twitter. We've spent the last 48 hours prepping you guys on what to expect for tonight. You can go find all that information there. I really hope we don't lose power because I don't want to have to run outside while it's raining and turn the generator on. But I hear those winds outside right now, and it sounds pretty rowdy. I'm not going to lie. Just taking a look around here. I don't see anything spinny right now. Taking a look at the different tilts here. By the way, if you didn't know what a tilt is on a radar, you're basically just looking at a different angle from the radar beam. Wow, that is I think it sounds more rough outside than what it actually is. Norma, Paducah's severe threat is over. Wow, those winds are insane out there. Again, for those of you that may not know, I do live in Radcliffe, and right now it's entering. I can tell. I can just hear it outside. It's entering the city. Again, I'm keeping on the middle portion of this line, guys, because this is the only portion of the line that is severe right now. So again, just because I'm not looking at other areas in Kentucky does not mean I'm ignoring you. This is the only portion of the line right now that is severe. Lance, no, Glasgow has not changed yet. Bull County had that severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds on the western half of the county. And those winds sound ridiculous. Again, for those of you wondering about other areas of the state, here's what it looks like. Again, non-severe everywhere else, just loud and rowdy. The only severe part right now is where these yellow boxes are in north central Kentucky. Man, it is loud outside. It sounds insane out there. I gotta just peek outside. I gotta peek outside. I gotta see it. Opened the door for like half a second. Just got rain thrown at me. Goodness gracious. I can confirm the rain is going sideways. Jeez Louise. Okay. Again, those of you that may be hearing this very loud thunderstorm in Hardin County, Jefferson County, Bullitt County, there is no spin out there. So this is not a tornado that's happening. These are straight line winds and some very heavy rainfall, making it sound absolutely ridiculous out there. If I were you, any of you traveling right now and you're right in front of this line or along this line, I would pull off. Those winds are absolutely rocking. That sounds insane. That sounds like it's faster than 60 mile per hour. I got to be honest. I've got to be honest. Judy, thank you very much. I've got to be honest. That sounds like faster than 60 mile per hour. I've got to be honest with you guys. I know the radar's only showing 60, but that sounds ridiculous. Let's take a look at the camera out of Elizabethtown here. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, this portion of the line will be toward this camera here. This is courtesy of the city of Elizabethtown government there, giving us access to this camera. Again, this storm will be on this camera here in about probably 10, 15 minutes or so. Those winds sound insane. My goodness. Again, for those of you that are new in the TikTok chat, welcome, first of all. Secondly, we only cover Kentucky. Dude, that sounds insane out there. This storm is the definition of it's going to sound a lot worse than what it actually is. I am seeing some 70 mile per hour or 60 plus mile per hour readings here. This morning might need to be upgraded. I'm telling you, I've heard 60 mile per hour winds and I've heard more. That sounds like more than 60 mile per hour winds. That warning in Louisville, Jefferson County, and Bullitt County, by the way, is going to be allowed to expire. So the only warning that we have currently active right now is going to be for Hardin County. Jeez Louise. Again, this warning up here on the northern side toward Louisville, J-Town, Shepherdsville, that warning is going to be allowed to expire. The only warning active right now is going to be for Hardin County. So that's what we're going to kind of focus on here for a little bit. That sounds wicked outside. I wonder what to pull up. By the way, look at the difference in temperatures already. Look at the difference in temperatures. 70 degrees in E-Town, 50 degrees back out in Calhoun, Kentucky. 20, it's going to be an immediate 20-degree drop when this line comes through your area. I'm talking about over the span of 10 minutes. This cold front's going to be really, really strong. I'm going to keep this peak wind gust map up real quickly. I want to see what this is when it comes through. I mean, it's absolutely ripping outside. Yeah, you can tell a portion of the line is getting stronger down here, just southwest of Elizabethtown, Kentucky right now. We see a little bit of purple showing up there on the reflectivity. Dude, that's, I'm telling you, it sounds crazier than what it is. Right now, there are no active tornadoes. I don't see any, and I don't see any rotation at this moment. No. Kayla, I love to hear that. Thank you. I'm checking out here on the southwestern corner of the state, Morgantown, Lewisburg, Elkton, Litchfield, Caneyville. All looks like straight line winds right now of about 45 to 55 mile per hour. Look up here the northern side of the state towards Cincinnati and Florence. Looking like 45 to 55 mile per hour winds up there as well. Sorry, of course, now I have the hiccups. So again, I want to point out the only active warning in Kentucky is in the Hardin County area. So again, okay. Hang on one sec. I gotta see how to ban people on TikTok. This person's being ridiculous. I don't even know how to do that yet. Got a little bit of a notch happening just south of Rineyville. Gotta keep an eye on that. Nothing too remotely crazy there right now. Once again, that is the only severe warning in the state at this moment in Hardin County there. It was so loud, now it's so quiet. Yeah, the peak, if you will only last about 10 to 15 minutes, if that. There are no actives for tornado warnings. Yeah, Lauren, you had winds all day, and then that line reminds you that, hey, there is a peak to this. Yeah, Amanda, I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'm so new to the TikTok scene. We're a little bit behind on that, but I purposely delayed getting active on TikTok for a while because it's like a wild, wild west out there. Tonight's actually our first ever TikTok broadcast. Scott, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. I appreciate that extra level of support. What exactly do I do if I get a warning and providing coverage in the area? Unless it's a tornado warning and I see an imminent threat, I stay online here with you guys. And if it is a tornado warning, I leave the stream up and just go to a safe spot real quickly. Okay, it's calming down here now, which means it's gonna be getting close to E-Town. I'm gonna periodically check in on this camera from Elizabethtown. How bells are going off in Logan County? There should be. There's no tornado warnings active right now. Checking in on the winds everywhere. Not seeing anything spinny yet. Going through the entire state here. All looks like straight line winds so far. We saw these little bulges here. These little bows just west of Elizabethtown. Got to keep a close eye on that. That's the only thing I'm seeing so far. Everything else looks like straight line winds, even up here to the north here in northern Kentucky. But really, again, to me, to the National Weather Service, by the way, as well, is really the only area of concern at this moment is this E-Town area. If someone said, what is the red and the green? If you're talking about on the winds, the red and the green are the inbound and outbound winds. So basically, how the winds are traveling either to or away from the radar. I just realized I turned off my TikTok chat. Hang on. How do I There's got to be a way for me to add mods on here. The thing is, I can't even see my own broadcast on the TikTok app. I have an idea. Ah, got it. 1 second. I'm adding some mods here. Think. Don't know how to do it. Oh, people are gifting me things on TikTok. Thank you. Someone tell me how to mod people on TikTok. I would appreciate that. Again, for those of you that may be new on the TikTok, we are only covering Kentucky, hence the name Weather Now Kentucky. Right about Brandenburg, Kentucky. Frosty, I wouldn't deny that because there was some nice pocket of rotation there. Hold down their names. Okay, where's that Lauren person at? I don't see a mod option though when I do that. Am I getting old? I guess I'm getting old because I genuinely don't know what I'm doing here. I'm getting old. These are traveling east, for whoever was asking about that. All right, Kyle, thank you very much. That makes it pretty easy to ban you. Have a good night, my friend. Settings, hit moderator. Whoa, someone just hit a galaxy thingy. What is that? Thank you for whoever just sent that. Okay, let's get past the severe warning and then we'll come back to the moderator thing. That's $5. Thank you. Okay. Let's get past the severe warnings here and then we'll come back to the whole moderation thing. Let's do the actual weather coverage we came here for. Never mind. I just got suspended on TikTok again. What in the world is that? Why do I keep getting suspended on TikTok for? What am I doing wrong? I have never seen this before. I've got suspended on TikTok twice tonight for no reason at all. Okay, well, I'll figure that out in a minute. The Galaxy is $10. Oh, thank you. Someone reported me. Is it really that sensitive? The reporting system really that sensitive? That's incredible. I feel like I haven't done anything wrong. I guess I could be wrong. All right, let's get back to this here. We do have that severe thunderstorm rolling through Elizabethtown right now, Cecilia, Star Mills, Glendale. Again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning rolling through there. Let's go ahead and pull back up that camera out of Elizabethtown, see if we see anything going on. Radar is in the bottom or the middle left there, by the way. I can't thank people for donations. What's the point of that? You can't thank people for sending you a donation on TikTok? Oh, don't say the money word. Okay, that is what? I have never heard of that before. Yeah, I got banned on TikTok again. I'm about to go live again. I guess remind me, guys. Don't keep reminding me. Don't say anything about any donations on TikTok. That is insane to me. But okay, hang on. I'm getting the TikTok going back again because apparently a lot of people are liking that. We had like almost 1,000 viewers in there. Right now, I do not. There are no tornado warnings active. There are no tornado warnings active. Oops. I'm banned from TikTok for 7 days. What? Are you serious? Okay. That I don't even know how to like I don't even know how to think about that. That's incredible. I don't I think for someone for spending their money on me and I get banned for 7 days. That's incredible. Okay, whatever. All right. I still seen a little bit of maybe a little bit of spin here in the E Town. Camera froze. That's always lovely. Yo, B Templeton, have a good night, my friend. You can appeal it. Okay, I will. I guess I'll have to look that up too. That's why I didn't want to mess with TikTok, honestly, because like I knew I've seen other creators try to do it, and it's just been an absolute cluster. You know what? Okay, again, I see a lot of kind of information going on through the chats here. There are no tornado warnings active. There are no tornadoes on the ground. We have one severe warning in the state, and that is for Hardin County in the central portion of the state in this yellow box. Jennifer, have fun. I got you, Fox Link. Thank you very much for your help. I got you, Charlena. Thank you. Haley, I do somewhere, but I don't have it set up right now. It was giving me a lot of issues. Again, still seeing this little bow out toward Elizabethtown right now. New go-to channel for the weather. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Amy, it can. How's Barstown looking? It'll be there in about 45 minutes or so. 30, 45 minutes or so. Oh, we do have another warning that just popped up here for Northern Kentucky. An hour-long warning. Are we serious? Are we serious? An hour-long warning. It's going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Don't pay attention to the 70-mile-per-hour number there. 60-mile-per-hour winds possible up here for Burlington, Independence, Walton, Patriot, Cincinnati, Ohio, California, Walton. I already said that. Verona, up there in far northern Kentucky. So we have 2 warnings active right now for again northern Kentucky and in the heart of Kentucky here. Look at the cam. Oh my goodness, you're not lying. This is out of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, courtesy of the city of E-Town, giving us access to this. Wow. This was just clear literally what 45 seconds ago? Wow, this is from the severe thunderstorm going through E-Town right now. Look at those semis having to pull off. You can just see even on the camera, which you guys know blurs a lot of things. You can just see the sheets of rain coming down from the winds that are just shoving it. Uh-oh. Okay, the camera's good. Yep, Aaron, that's pretty much it. Just winds and rain for about 10 to 15 minutes. Look at that. That is from the severe thunderstorm out of Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Again, even on the camera where we know it blurs things, guys, where we know it gets grainy and stuff, it's you can just see the sheets of rain coming down. Look at everyone with their emergency flashers on. By the way, pro tip to you guys, if it's hard enough for you to turn your flashers on, it's hard enough for you to pull off the side of the road. All right? Don't risk it. Look at the I want you to watch these cars as they come in. Look at their headlights on the road. You can see the range just getting shoved on the road. Look at how slow they're going. This is on the interstate there. Look at the road as these headlights are coming through. You can see the sheets of rain. That's incredible. That is incredible. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. I'll try to get everything sorted on that after tonight. Okay. Just looking around at the velocities here. Right now, I don't see anything rotating at all. Looks like straight line winds everywhere. One second, guys. Back. That warning for Hardin County has been allowed to expire. We're good to go there. So the only warning now in the state is up here in northern Kentucky toward Burlington, Independence, Walton, up there in Cincinnati. So everything everyone is seeing right now, no matter how loud or how drastic it seems, is below severe levels. Thank you, Showbiz. I appreciate that. There's a lot of folks asking about Bowling Green. Wow. So hold on. So here's the same. I'll answer Bowling Green in a second. Here's that same camera. Just 4 minutes. What was even 4 minutes? 3 minutes of absolute chaos happening there in E-Town because of that storm. And now look at it. Just done. I'm telling you, that's how it is. It's about 10 minutes max of just absolute chaos, and then it's done. And then it's done. So again, just keep that in mind. This is not a long-lasting thing. This is not a terrifying thing. It's just going to sound a lot worse than what it actually is. So let's work our way up this line here. So if you're down here towards southern Kentucky, like Russellville, Bowling Green, Franklin, Brownsville, Bonneville, Mumfordville, down here in south central Kentucky, again, these are sub-severe storms. No severe warnings down there right now. 45 to 55 mile per hour winds may occur with that line as it comes through, and maybe some tough rains as well. If you're in the middle portion of the line, that line should be, or that part should start to weaken now after it had its nice pulse up there. If you're Sonora, New Haven, basically LaRue County, Nelson County, getting up here toward Mount Washington, Shelbyville, so on and so forth. And then, of course, as it goes to the east, this will continue to weaken. It will continue to weaken. Now that we've gotten to the 10 p.m. time frame here, this will continue to weaken. On all the data that we looked at, 8 to 9 p.m., it started to weaken, a brief pulse up, and then it starts to weaken even more after that. So again, everything that we looked at continues to tell us this will continue to weaken. So again, 45 to 55 mile per hour winds may be associated with the line as it continues through Kentucky. We do have that one severe warning up here for the northern corner of the state, Independence, Walton, Burlington, up there toward the Ohio border. But right now, everywhere else is non-severe. You see no polygons on your map. Yeah, Michaela. And even, I mean, or Michaela, sorry, I'm sure I butchered that in some way. But yes. Yeah, really surprised we didn't lose power here. Shout out to Nolan. Because those winds were absolutely ripping outside. No, there's really not any lightning with this. Maybe a lightning strike every once in a while for one area of the line, but there's really no lightning with this. So you're not going to hear any thunder with it, really. Again, once that main line is past you, and you'll know when it's past you, you're good to go. It's really just this red area right here. So if you kind of look at this red area, once it's past your area, you're good to go. Lisa, the storm line has not made it over to that area yet. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Michaela. Again, Bowling Green, just a lot of loud rain entering your area and some winds. Yes, Jessica. Currently, there are no tornado warnings. Storm is moving at a speed of about 45 to 55 mile per hour to the east, Nico. Lydia, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So these comments are going so fast. I'm having a hard time keeping up here. Yes, Ryan. Thank you to all the new followers, by the way. I do not cover North Carolina. Who's ever is asking about that? Guys, we only cover Kentucky. When we'll hit Glasgow, probably about an hour and a half or so. Okay, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning up here for the northern portion of Kentucky. Move that up there a little bit. Jenny, we've had, I think, 4 tornado warnings in the state so far, but no confirmations yet. Sally, not at this current time. I don't see anything bad for Bowling Green at this current time. It looks like 45 to 55 mile per hour winds, which is below severe levels, and some heavy rainfall. Do I think black ice will be a problem come the morning time? No. Clara, thank you. I'll check that out here in a little bit. TJ said, what are the temperatures going to be like behind this storm here in Richmond? Everyone in Kentucky will wake up tomorrow morning in the mid 20s. Yes, Josh. By the way, thank you for I haven't even been looking at the star donations. I'm so bad. Thank you guys again for all the star donations and everything like that. I'm sorry. I haven't been looking. We've been just rolling through the data here. But thank you to everyone that's donated tonight. I really do appreciate you if I missed it. So after this, will it stay cold? I do believe so, Destiny. Yeah, Carly, that rain is going to make it very tough to travel through. That's why I said if you find yourself in front of this line, pull off for 5 to 10 minutes. It'll pass you up, and then you can go on about your day. Linda says, can we expect snow soon? I don't see any real chances in our neck of the woods. Maybe a few flurries from time to time. They've already trimmed down that warning, and they trimmed down the time frame on it. That's good, because that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That should have never been an hour-long warning. Florence, you are in. Well, that severe thunderstorm warning is just now past you. So the worst of it is past you, my friend. Yeah, Destiny, my allergies have been awful today in the last couple of days as well. Jen, thank you for your 10 for your 10 stars. I appreciate that. Are you going to go to bed over in Hazard? Yeah, this storm line will be in your area later on, but it will be much weaker. Yes, Joey, that's correct. The storm line is going to get weaker and weaker. It's already reached its peak, and now it's going to start getting weaker. I see a lot of people asking about freezing rain or ice potential tomorrow. Let me break it down to you like this. This line is putting down about a quarter to a half inch of rain. Okay. And we don't drop below flash freeze temperature is 25 degrees and below, which we would absolutely have to go below 25 degrees, because you have to remember, even though the temperatures in the air may be getting colder throughout the next several hours, our grounds are still in the 60s on the thermometer. So we would absolutely have to go below a flash freeze standard, which is 25 degrees, which some people will get to 25 degrees and below that around 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. All right. So that means for most of you, this rain is going to have about 8 to 10 hours to either dry or absorb. I'm talking about all these winds going to help it dry out as well. That's why I don't have a major concern about flash freezing or ice or black ice for tomorrow. Could there be a couple of slick spots out there? Yes, potentially. But when it comes to anything widespread or a huge, massive ice freeze, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sam, I believe so, yes. D. Malik, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I know I'm not, though. Thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate that. Yes, it's over for Bullitt County. Yes, Mason. Yes, Vanessa, the worst is past you. Yes, Sarah, just some calming rains the rest of the night, and then you'll be good to go. This line is weakening, by the way. Once again, just want to reiterate that. It will continue to weaken. Whoa! Donald, thank you for the $100 donation on PayPal. That's for my family and I in Sonora. We appreciate you keeping us safe in all you do. That is incredibly generous, Donald. Thank you for your $100 donation on PayPal. That is crazy. That is insane. That is insane. Thank you very much. Again, none of you have to donate. We don't ask anybody to donate, but thank you guys very much for your generosity. Again, diapers aren't cheap. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. You guys have been incredibly kind tonight. Hardin County is clear now for whoever was asking about that. Yeah, Jessica, I don't really see any high severe odds in Knox County. I don't really see any high severe odds in Berea, Christie. Oh, I scared you with the woe. I'm sorry. It was crazy. That's crazy. Megan, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. I appreciate that. Enjoy the no ads. Thank you so much. It's past the worst of it's past E-Town now, Carly. I'll check in on that for you, Caitlin. I don't see anything rotating down here. No, Caitlin. Put that right there. Again, I want to reiterate for everyone that's going to ask about, central and eastern Kentucky, basically in front of this line. This line is weakening. So again, keep that in mind. This line is weakening. Flip, thank you for your $2 donation on YouTube. I appreciate that, my friend. This line is weakening. Again, it will continue to pose a brief damaging wind threat to everyone it passes through, which it will pass through all of Kentucky. So again, keep that in mind as well. But as far as tornadic odds or anything crazy, this line is weakening. So we've already seen the worst of it. It will continue to weaken throughout the next couple of hours. Is there a tornado in Louisville? No. Logan County, I don't see really high severe odds there. There are no tornado watches out from what I understand. Let me just double check here, make sure before I put my tongue or my foot in my mouth. Yeah, no tornado watches out. Hart County, going to get windy and rainy here very soon for you, but nothing too crazy. Maysville, Kentucky, it'll be there in about an hour and a half or so. Again, mainly just winds and rain. Grayson County, it's already past you, the worst of it. E-Town is okay, all clear. Edmonton County, no, don't really see any major threats there. Thank you for the update out of Owenton. I appreciate that. Christian, I usually would, but I don't really see any major severe odds for anybody at this point. Again, you can still, I'm going to answer this one more time, and if you keep doing it, I'm going to ban you. But no, there are no tornado warnings in Louisville. There's no tornadoes in Louisville. The only reason I'm saying that is because I've answered that person 3 times now. I promise you, I'm not usually that strict. Elizabeth, thank you for your $10 donation on Venmo. Says my husband and I appreciate you keeping us safe now. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kate, the winds in Bowling Green right now are about 50 miles per hour. It's in Hardenby Spring. Thank you for the update there. There are no threats in Hodgenville right now. Georgetown to be in your area in about an hour and a half or so, just winds and rain again. Yes, Carly. Unfortunately, you're going to be running right into that line again near Bowling Green or Horse Cave, one of the two. Okay, that's banned. I don't understand why people do that. They're just bored. Go get a job. Yes, Caroline. I don't think anybody really needs to stay up tonight. Just have a way to receive alerts and warnings, and have a way to get woken up if anything goes crazy. But you guys can kind of see it here, right? I'm going to put this into motion here for you. Just look at this line. So this is what it was like about 45 minutes to an hour ago. Just look at the line there. Now look at the line, right? Look at the line there. Look at the line there. Line there. Line there. So you can see for yourself in real time, this is weakening. So again, just kind of, here it was an hour ago where we had those 2 tornado warnings and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Here it was a half hour ago, and here it is now. So again, you can see for yourself in real time, this line is absolutely weakening. Absolutely weakening. The red getting smaller means the storm is weakening? Yes, that's correct. All right, let's check back in on the radar here. We're going to check the velocities. A lot of folks asking about that. Let's take a look in. I'm not sure what hook you guys are seeing. Are you talking about maybe you're trying to talk about this one right here toward Brownsville? That's not a hook. That's not a hook. Let me see if I can find you an example of. There's not really been a great example tonight of a hook, but let me see if I can find you an example. Um, Go back 30 scans here. Let's go back up here to the Louisville radar. So here's from the tornado warnings earlier. If I can find a good example here. Oh, this is what they're kind of referring to on a night like tonight when you're dealing with a QLCS, a quasi-linear convective system. Talking not necessarily about hooks, you're talking about bowing segments. So you see, if you use your imagination here, and you think this should be a straight line, right? But you see where this kind of bulges out right here, this kind of bows out. That's more why tornado warnings get issued on nights like tonight. So again, if you're looking down here toward, like, let's say Bowling Green, where a lot of people are asking about a hook down here, there's nothing like that down here. There's nothing like it. I see what you might be trying to say over here toward Auburn, but that's not there. You can see the clear difference there. Yeah, Nick, it looks like 45 to 55 mile per hour winds there in Barstown, below severe levels, thankfully. Cecilia's clear. That line's already past you, my friend. Yes, Radcliffe is fine now. Colin will probably be about an hour and a half or so, my friend. Yeah. So Mary said it's really loud there in Bowling Green. I want to reiterate that I've had this storm line go through here already myself in Radcliffe, so I can speak on this. It's going to sound a lot worse out there than what it actually is. The reason for that is you got 40 to 55 mile per hour winds coming. Obviously, those are going to sound aggressive on their own, but you've got pretty heavy rainfall happening at the same time. And very big raindrops, by the way, as well, because we have so much moisture in our environment. If you guys walked outside today and you noticed it felt a little bit muggy out there, there's a lot of water happening out there. So those raindrops are going to be real big as well. So when you get the winds that are blowing those very heavy and very big raindrops, it's going to sound a lot louder and a lot worse out there than what it actually is. So I promise you guys, everyone in Kentucky right now is okay. Brenda, these storms are moving at about a speed of 45 to 50 mile per hour to the east. Frankfurt, strong thunderstorm going to roll through your area in about 30 minutes or so. Auburn, Kentucky is just heavy rains and winds. It's going to be the same answer for everybody, guys, because really the only severe warning up here is in northern Kentucky, and honestly, it doesn't look like a whole lot up there. I do want to see something though. Yeah. So these are. Don't freak out when I tell you this. Okay, these are rotation tracks over the last 2 hours. And you can see why those tornado warnings got issued. Look up here just north of Brandenburg, where there's absolutely some rotation happening. You're really looking for the reds here. You're really looking for the reds here. Okay. You even had some good stuff down here towards Central City and Greenville, by the way, as well. But you can see why these tornado warnings got issued. And also want you to look at there hasn't been any rotation since then. Really not a whole lot of anything. So again, indicating that these storms are dying. They're just giving you an even extra level of comfort there. These storms are dying. Cecilia's all clear. It's past you. Nancy, there are currently no tornado warnings in Kentucky. No, we've had 4 throughout the evening, but no tornado warnings at this time in Kentucky. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, Morgan. Yes, Teresa, this storm line will continue to weaken. I've had too much water tonight. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Yan Yan? I'm sorry. But thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. I promise you guys, I'm really bad with names. Let's check back in on our velocities here. Make sure we have nothing mischievous happening. Watching your guys back here. Yeah, so if you guys had any questions down there in Bowling Green, Auburn, Adairville, Franklin, Plano, Smiths Grove, guys, look at the velocity charts here. There is not an ounce of green near you. There's no circular fashions here. It's all in a straight line. So again, just reiterating the fact that this is straight line winds. Bobby, thank you very much. I said it right. Thank you. Bailey, thank you for your $25 donation on Venmo. Says thank you for all that you do. P.S. I would love to know more about being. Oh, okay. I'll keep that part private. Thank you very much, Bailey. I appreciate that, my friend. How's the nose feeling? Oh my gosh, it's so much better. I went inside after the last broadcast, put a cold rag on it for like a few minutes, and then I didn't have any anti-itch cream or Benadryl cream, which I thought I did, but I did have cortisone, so I put that on there, and it's a million times better. I also took an extra allergy pill while I was in there. Yeah, I got it, baby. Thank you. By the way, I'm calling my wife, baby, so everyone calm down. Don't cancel me. Bluegrass Acres, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good night. How much does this dial for 14 Pike County? I know it's got a few hours. Jump minute, but when it hits Pike County, it'll just be some light rains and winds. Nothing, no more winds than what you're already seeing out there. Yeah, I had to mention I was calling my wife baby because a few months ago, someone was like, "You shouldn't be calling random girls babies when you got a wife," and I was like, "Sir, I'm talking to my wife." So so every time I say that now, because I always call her, I almost never call her by her first name unless she's making me mad. I have to clarify I'm talking to my wife so no one gets mad at me. I don't cover Ohio, my friend. William, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jim, we don't have any confirmations yet. They usually takes a day or two, but we have had 4 tornado warnings in the state tonight. Yes, Matt and Grace, BG is still looking okay. I just looked about a minute ago and it was fine. Cecilia's all clear, Ruby. Ashley, no, you don't need to be concerned about tornadoes in Stanford, Kentucky. April, have a good night, my friend. Yeah, I know it sounds really bad out there, guys, but I want to reiterate tonight is one of those nights where it's going to sound a lot worse than what it actually is. I do not cover Ohio. If I have to say again, unfortunately, I'm going to ban you. I don't like banning people, folks. Please don't make me do that. I did not anticipate any tornado warnings in Moorhead. Everyone take a breath. Everyone take a breath. Starting to see a lot of people freaking out. It's okay. I will tell you if you need to freak out. I'm telling you right now, there's no need to freak out. Brandenburg, Kentucky is all clear. Warhead, Kentucky, don't really expect severe weather for you. Don't really expect it for Scottsville either. Frankfurt is looking like heavy rains and some nice winds about to enter the area. Any snow coming soon? I'm not wanting to go to school. I completely understand that, but unfortunately, I don't see any snow at this moment. Bullock County is all clear. Horse Cave, you got some strong winds and rain going to enter your area in about 30 to 40 minutes. I do not cover West Virginia, my friend. LaRue County, you're about to be all clear. Muhlenberg, it's already no. I can't, for some reason, I always struggle. Let me just do this. I spell that wrong. Yeah, I always do that. It's Greenville. I always get, for some reason, I get Muhlenberg mixed up with like Horse Cave. I have no idea why. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. But Muhlenberg County, you're all clear. It's already past you, my friend. No, guys, I think any tornado activity that we did have is gone at this point. So just to calm everybody down there, I think that's pretty much gone at this point. It's 10:30 p.m. in December, and 9 times out of 10, that is not a possibility. No, this storm line will hit everybody in the state, but it will continue to weaken. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the velocities here. Check in on what we're seeing here. Still looking good down here in Bowling Green. Again, good. I know it sounds bad out there. I'm saying good as in the way of like, I'm not seeing any rotations or anything. Okay. Looking good here. Looking good. Bar sounds looking good. Magnolia, Mumfordville, Horse Caves looking good. Let's check back in on the northern side of the state here. Obvious straight line winds up there. Yeah. Everyone's looking good right now. I know it probably sounds crazy outside. You're like, George, you sound ridiculous. But no, I mean, I see no rotations. I see nothing. I see no funny business at this time. No funny business right now. I don't see any Boeing. I just went through the velocity there. Just went through everything. I don't see any Boeing segments or anything. No, well, on the velocity map, the wind is red and green. On this map that we have up right now, this is the rainfall rate map. Epic right now, the wind gusts look like about 50 mph. No, Stephanie, you're good to go. Once that front edge of the line gets past you guys, which is once you start hearing the winds and rains, after about 10 minutes, you're all clear. Like genuinely, guys, it's that fast tonight. We're not talking about some long-lived thing here. 10 minutes and you're good. I promise, hand on the Bible. 10 minutes and you're all good. All right. By the way, look at these temperatures. Look at these temperatures. 43 degrees back there in Morganfield where the storm line went through. 70 degrees out here in Greensburg and Greene County. That's already an almost 30-degree difference across the state. I'm telling you, when this line comes through, you're going to feel an almost immediate drop. So, my advice to you, a lot of you I know have your ACs on right now. I'm not going to lie, I did too. It got really hot in my house last couple of days. Turn the heat on before you go to bed. Turn the heat on before you go to bed. Paintsville, Kentucky, you're just fine. Yeah, Christian, I understand. A lot of people have storm anxiety and PTSD from guys. Let's face it, December has been low key a severe month for Kentucky since like 2020. You know, so I totally get it. But I promise you, with everything that I have, this storm line tonight is nothing like what we've seen in the past. It's nothing remarkable at all. Bowling Green's just fine. Damn, some louder winds and rains there right now. That's about all you're going to get. Yes, Lisa. Yes, Kira, you're all clear at E-Town. I'm not sure where Round Hill, Kentucky is. If you can give me a bigger city near you, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know where that's at. Campbellsville to be in your area here very soon. Is it? Yeah, you got about 45 minutes to an hour or so. And again, it's getting much weaker, guys. Much weaker. I mean, again, I just want to point out. Let me show you real quickly again. Let me up this to 40 frame or 50 frames here. Man, I love WeatherWise. I just want to point out once again here. Here was that storm line from about an hour ago. Right? Look at the 2 tornado warnings, the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, all that red, right? We have all these warnings popping up in Hardin County, Jefferson County. Here's about an hour ago. And then here it is now, right? An hour ago, now. Much weaker already. And it will continue to weaken. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Breathe. It's okay. This is nothing. This is nothing for you to sweat about. Genuinely nothing for you to sweat about. Mackenzie, I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, Mackenzie, I thought about going national a few years ago. Had a lot of people urging me to do it. But I just don't want to do that because I've always said if anyone's ever covering something on a national scale, there's no way they can be 100% accurate. And there's no way I can be 100% accurate either. But there's no way they can be accurate because you're having to look at so many things, so many states, so many cities, so many counties, right? And elevations and not geology, but topography and so many other things play into weather. And when you have anything, that's why when people bring me AccuWeather forecasts or Weather Channel forecasts, I almost laughed because they can't be accurate. They can get lucky sometimes, but they can't be accurate. Kelly, I really don't have any major concerns about a flash freeze tomorrow. No. Oh, Nadia, I'm not going anywhere. I'm one of those believers in the grass is not always greener, and once you found your happy place, you stay in your happy place. Campbellsville to be there in about an hour or so, just winds and rain. In my opinion, nothing. No, I don't really see a severe threat there. Triple, thank you very much. Yes, Mead is in the clear now. Haley, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hopefully, I'm lucky enough to be around for you guys for a long time. Total of 3 minutes where I live in BG and it's done. That's what it is. I'm telling you guys, it's 10 minutes max, and then you're good. Because I haven't heard anything about it. What's the lightning been looking like? Barovian is asking how the lightning has been looking like. I can tell you this. If there was any lightning happening right now, it would be on your radar on your screen. There's no lightning with the storm. Not a bit. Christina, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Williamsburg, this storm line will be in your area in about 3 hours. By that point, it will be a drop in the bucket. Yes, Heather. Once that front edge gets past you, it's over. So that front edge is past Bowling Green now. It is over. You'll continue to hear some rain for about 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but I think you can all handle some rain. Rain for Kentucky, it's weakening in that area. No real concern. There's no tornado threat in Kentucky, in my opinion. I think the tornado threat is done. Peter, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you very much for your kind words. Georgetown, same thing as Frankfurt. Just some winds and rain right now. Richmond, Kentucky to be there in a few hours. Again, no real concerns there. Loretto, Kentucky be in your area in about 40 minutes. No real concerns there. Again, I do want to reiterate, though, even though I keep saying there's no concerns, you guys will still hear and see 35 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts tonight with this line as it comes through all of Kentucky. But again, those are below severe levels. Lexi, I got you. Yeah, I need to go through getting that set up correctly. I think it was some of those trolls in there that just kept. So many people kept asking me for shout outs and stuff on TikTok. And I'm like, what? But I guess I got suspended on there for saying thank you for a donation, which is absolutely crazy to me. I can't even like comprehend that. Someone's taking their hard earned money and donating it to me, and I can't even thank them. Maybe I'll just start thanking them and like saying their name and not saying like their donation or anything. But that's just crazy to me. Again, for those of you in Eastern Kentucky, like London, Stanford, Somerset, I don't really see a threat for you guys. Louise, Kentucky, I don't see a threat for you either. And you got about 3 hours, 4 hours till it gets to you. You're good to go. Taylor, thank you for breaking that down, by the way. I appreciate your effort there. I don't really see a threat for you, and it should be pretty much all clear by this point. You can thank them, but don't say the word dollars. That's just so crazy to me. That is just so crazy to me. So what I gotta say, like, thank you for the galaxy or something? Which, by the way, that was pretty cool. I never had like a galaxy pop up on my screen before. That was pretty cool. That was our first time broadcasting on TikTok, so I guess we learned some lessons tonight. I need to make a list of like what the rules are and stuff and keep them here so that way I know. Like, I guess I got to train myself. But the fact that I got a 7-day ban on TikTok is absolutely crazy to me. I guess I got to like appeal that or something. Franklin, Kentucky is probably a little bit loud there right now, but no severe weather. No, it has not passed Lexington yet. You have about an hour until it gets to your area. Just a little bit of wind and rain there. Monticello, no concern for you at all tonight. Oh, Angel, thank you very much. You can't say YouTube or Facebook on TikTok either. Jeez Louise. Maybe it should have gotten banned a few months ago then. I'm just playing. I can see that because there are a lot of scam accounts on TikTok and like people pretending to be other people. Okay, so if I'm going to thank people like for donations and stuff on other social medias, I need to mute the TikTok stream. Is what you guys are telling me. Okay. Make my life more difficult. Again, I don't really see any threats for London. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Flemingsburg as well. E-Town's all clear. Bowling Green's all clear. Columbia to be in your area in about an hour or so. Some winds and rains, but not really anything really concerning there. Madison, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very loud in Frankfurt. Yeah, that again, that's those very heavy, big raindrops mixing with those nice wind gusts that we're talking about. I told you it's going to sound a lot worse than what it actually is. Bobby Lynn, thank you. I don't know why I said your whole name like that. I know who you are. Thank you very much. Lexington, again, going to be there about an hour or so. No real concern there at all, in my opinion. What about next week? Any insights? Looks like cold and mainly dry at this point. There was someone who lost 20% of his TikTok gifts because he was doing dares for gifts. Okay, I can kind of see that because it is a little bit dangerous because people can get, I can kind of see that, but 20% feels like a weird number. Maybe you should stay off TikTok. I thought so too, but we had almost 1,000 viewers in there tonight, almost off the rip on our first broadcast. Like there's a lot of potential there, but I just have to do it the right way. But honestly, guys, that's the biggest reason why I didn't stream on TikTok and didn't ever do TikTok is because I know it's very sensitive. And I don't want to put all that work into something just get banned or have someone else steal it or something. Um, but I just need to go. We probably need to get a few mods set up and look at all the rules and stuff and all that good stuff. Listen, no, E Town is not under a tornado watch, and you are all clear. Thank you, Caleb, for that report out of Barstown. Thank you, Beth. How long until it's past the BG? You're all clear from any threat in BG already. Yeah, Paris, Kentucky. The storm will be in your area in about an hour. Those winds will continue, and then they will die down after that. We do have another severe warning up here for far northern Kentucky. Again, this is going to be for Dry Ridge to Falmouth, Brooksville area. Take a look on the radar there. We really need some cameras up here in northern Kentucky. These radar sites are not very good, to say the least. Looking like about 60-mile-per-hour winds or so going on up there. Again, that's going to be for Brooksville, Falmouth, just east of Dry Ridge, Butler. Some nice winds occurring up there. But again, nothing too crazy. Yeah, Louise, we have a white noise machine for the kiddo, and it's a beautiful thing. Leon, thank you for that report out of Horse Cave. I appreciate that. I'm going to use the bathroom real quickly. I'm going to put this radar. I'm going to leave this right here for you guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Give me like 2 minutes. I've had a lot of water tonight. This little Clearwater Fuji apple thing, I'm telling y'all, it's good. And it was only 87 cents for that entire bottle. All right, I'm back. All right. I feel better. What about Radcliffe? All clear now. All clear now. Waiting for Dick Glasgow. Yeah, it'll be a little windy and rainy there, but nothing too crazy. I think at this point, it's almost time to wrap up the broadcast, honestly. I know we have a couple of severe warnings up there in northern Kentucky. I'm going to be honest with you. Those are marginal warnings at best. For 55 to 60-mile-per-hour winds ish. This line will continue to weaken throughout the next couple of hours. This line will hit all of Kentucky. If it hasn't hit you already, it will hit you throughout the night. But it will continue to weaken. So we're really just looking at winds and rain, which we can handle here. Oh my goodness, Lexi. Look, there was no problem. I've had way too much water. Again, Radcliffe is clear for whoever keeps spamming that. Bowling Green is clear. There are no active tornado warnings for Vine Grove, Rineyville, no, and you're all clear. Earthquake, snow, tornadoes, Kentucky weather. I know that earthquake was crazy today. And there were so many people telling me I was lying about that. Like, I'm just going to make up an earthquake happening. Like, what? Any confirmed tornadoes? No, Eric. And we probably won't see any confirmations until tomorrow at the earliest, maybe Tuesday. Again, those take a while, especially for these weeks, brief spin ups. They're very small areas. So they have to go find the areas. So again, you're probably not going to see any confirmations for a while. But there were 4 tornado warnings, I think. I don't cover Indiana, my friend. Nicholasville to be there in about an hour and a half, just winds and rain. Again, guys, this is a weakening. I think everyone's good to go, really. When will Horse Cave die down? Once again, I'll remind you that we keep the winds until all the way until tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind, folks. Jessica, the earthquake was out here toward, I think it was toward Berea, wasn't it? Wasn't it out here toward like Berea, I think is where it was. I mean, I could look it up, but I think it was somewhere out here in Eastern Kentucky. I saw that, Lexi. I didn't see any activity on the seismograph or anything, so that's why I didn't follow up on it. Poopy Pants is back, my favorite dude. Just keeps making new accounts. Lebanon, you're all good. Probably going to sound a little bit worse there than what it actually is. You got about 20 minutes till it enters your area. Girard County, likely all good, my friend. I mean, again, nothing too crazy, in my opinion, to really worry about there. Reading this morning real quick. They put a tornado possible tag on this as well. Turn the radar here. We're going to look at this a little bit sideways. You're all about to get a headache from this. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't really see it, but honestly, though, the northern Kentucky area is a bit of a mystery to me because, again, the radars up here are not that great. So I really would not be doing too much. I don't even know what I'm thinking of. The word I'm thinking of here. Arguing, I guess. Carly, I do not expect severe winds in Knox County. Again, Debbie, we keep the winds until tomorrow morning, my friend. Oh, okay, Jonathan, thank you. Dalvesa, Kentucky, can you tell me a bigger city that's near you? I have no idea where that's at, my friend. Georgetown, likely just some strong rains and winds going on in your area or getting to you here next 30 minutes or so. No real severe weather expected. Yeah, Damien, and we'll keep those winds until tomorrow morning until that cold front really gets settled in here. Ben, we will never answer a question like that. Ben says, "Will there be a tornado in Greensburg, Kentucky?" Can you? That's guys, that's impossible. If I can nail it down to that, I'd go play the lottery. But I would say the likelihood is that there will not be a tornado. Yeah, Leon, I love WeatherWise. Got my WeatherWise hoodie on. Harrodsburg and Lawrenceburg. Thank you very much. That narrows it down for me, I think. I've gotten to the point in the night where my head's just not working. Where'd you go? And she said, "What was the city they're looking for? Salvisa." Ah, I see it. You get about 20 minutes or so. Again, winds and rain really being the only real risk there. 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. Louisville, Kentucky, you're all clear. The winds in Bowling Green right now probably 30 to 45 mile per hour. The worst of it's already past you. Long for Campbellsville, probably about 30 to 40 minutes. Just got here. The biggest threat right now, just some winds and rain, really. Just annoying winds and rain. Same thing for Anderson County. Alvaton, it sounds bad. Am I losing my mind? Isn't Alvaton like right here? Oh, I have to zoom all the way in. So see, this is why I asked for folks to give me bigger cities. Because look how far I had to zoom in to see that. There's no way I could have known where that was at. But luckily, I know some people down there. Again, the worst of it's starting to pass you now. I'm going to keep those winds until tomorrow morning. Emily, probably about 15 minutes or so. Columbia, you got about an hour and a half till it gets there. Again, winds and rain are the main. Guys, the answer's going to be the same for everybody. So I think at this point, I'm going to wrap up the broadcast. Because again, yes, we do have 2 severe warnings in the northern corner of the state. But I'm letting you guys know, if the line's already hit you, you're all clear. If the line hasn't hit you yet, it will eventually. And the main risk is going to be damaging winds. And even that is kind of slowly starting to weaken. So again, guys, there's no real reason for any major concerns here. I don't really see any tornado potential. The line's weakening. We're getting into the late night hours where we'll continue to see our conditions get calmer and calmer and calmer. So again, I think it's about time to wrap up this broadcast. We've been live here on this one for an hour and 40 minutes. It was live on the other one for almost 2 hours as well. So again, I think at this point, this is weakening. We can still get a severe warning or two here and there for some brief damaging winds. But overall, guys, this is not a big deal. This is not a big deal. Again, if it hasn't hit you yet, it will at some point tonight. Just know that. If you need timeframes and stuff, that is all on our page. You can go look at that. It's on Facebook and Twitter. That graphic's on our page, so you can go look at that. I hope we've been able to give you guys some peace of mind here. Again, this is not a big deal at all. It's going to sound a lot worse than what it actually is. I promise you. It's kind of like one of those types of things. So thank you all very much for hanging out with us. I'm George Herbig, Chief Forecaster here with Weather Now Kentucky. Thank you so much for the likes, the shares, all the new follows, all the donations. You guys are truly, truly so kind. But until next time, stay safe, friends. Thank you, Lexi. Yes, Leah, we will keep posting updates.